Yo, what's up, YouTube? What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy AD, and this is another episode of Fast Break. Today's episode, if you look at the ticker down on the bottom, we are talking about in 2025, will the Indiana Fever become the WNBA champions? Will the Indiana Fever make a run and this season, this upcoming season, and possibly do the unthinkable in Caitlin Clark's second season, and that is winning a WNBA championship? Okay, I want to give you my thoughts on this topic. This is a huge topic that a lot of people are talking about, especially with the additions to the team. But before I get started, I just want to touch on a few quick things. Okay, now it is clearly known and seen that I am a big Angel Reese fan and a Caitlin Clark fan. Okay, I am a fan of both women. It seems these days that sometimes you can't be a fan of one and be a fan of the other. I happen to be somebody who loves basketball. I see the goodness in both these young ladies, the greatness in both these young ladies. Might I add? Said that the wrong way. But with that being said, this episode is about Caitlin Clark and the Fever. So we're gonna push that to the side for now, and we're gonna get right into this thing today. So my thoughts. Let me give you guys. I've been a Caitlin Clark fan for a long time. Okay, she is one of my daughter's favorite players. My daughter has several players she watches, and Caitlin Clark is definitely on her top of her list. Okay, but that is because of me, because I was a fan first, and I had the pleasure of actually seeing Caitlin Clark up front and personal. When I say up front and personal, I mean seriously up front and personal. Okay, so growing up, I've always been a basketball fan. My dad had the privilege of getting sweet tickets to the Pistons back when they was in the Palace, not at Little Caesars, but back in the Palace days. I was able to go to some games and sit in the suite, and those was $800 tickets then, and he had vendor tickets, and I was able to go see Grant Hill and players that I admired growing up, and I actually got to go see Caitlin Clark at Chrysler Arena when they played the University of Michigan. Very beginning of the year, it was January 7th, 2003. And I was on the floor, and I was able to take my family. My sons were there. My daughter was there as well. Her team was there, but they were sitting up high. I have a friend of mine, shout out to Pace. Pace gave me floor tickets. And let me tell you something. Let me tell you guys something. I've been to a lot of professional sports games, everything like that. And I've been in some pretty good seats. When you sitting on the floor, it's a whole different game. Okay, it was a couple things that I learned that night, and I learned two major things that night. When you watch a game and you sitting courtside, literally on the court, feet are on the wood, it's a whole different game. The game is just totally different than what you get the atmosphere, and you get to and take all that in when you at a game. But if you sitting on that floor, it is so different. And the other thing that I learned was Caitlin Clark has the possibility of becoming the best player in the WNBA. And I knew it back then. Before, this is in college. This is before she ever stepped foot on the WNBA court. Me watching her up close and personal, I knew then that this young lady would have a chance to become the best player in the W. Now, I do not think she is just yet, but do I think she could be? I do. Absolutely. 100%. I think she has all the talent and can actually become the best player in the W. And I'm going to get to that, why I feel like that, in just a second. But I was able to go see her play, and my goodness, she had 28 points that game. She almost had a double-double. She had almost 10 rebounds, about 8-9 rebounds. She had a couple assists. It wasn't a big assist game that night, but she did her thing, and Iowa got the win. And I was amazed. And I've been a fan. I was a fan before, but that really took it over the top for me. And she's an amazing player. Now, let's get into the meat and potatoes of this conversation. Okay, so Indiana was they went into the playoffs last year in her rookie campaign, as the 6th seed. Okay, they were a 6th seed team, and they made a huge push after the All-Star. After All-Star and the break, they came back and they was taking names. You know what I mean? They was putting people on notice that they was making a push for the playoffs, and they did that. And obviously they ran into the Aces, the defending champs, and they didn't make it past the first round. Now, it's a new day. Okay, it's a new day. And I'm just gonna let y'all know. They made some great signings in this off season, and they try to contend. And if I'm being quite honest with you, I'm picking them to win the championship this season. I really 100%, because I know what this young lady is capable of. I think she's that good, and I think they're going to gel that fast. Okay, so I recently made a video about Kennedy Carter. Okay, and I know her and Caitlin had the issue, and it was a controversial issue, and I don't condone stuff like that. But when it comes to pure basketball, we talk about basketball, pure talent. I only think there's one player, one guard above Kennedy Carter, and that's Caitlin Clark. All right. I like good basketball. When we speak about basketball, I'm not talking about antics. I'm not talking about anything like that. I'm talking about what I see on the floor, what these women are doing on the court. Okay. That's what I'm talking about when I speak about any player. Okay. It's not about who they are as a person. It's not about they pass. It's not about none of that. It's about what I see on a basketball court. Okay. So let's get that understood. But there's one player I think is more special than Kennedy Carter, and that player is Caitlin Clark. Okay. Now, Caitlin is special in many ways. Okay. Obviously, we all know she can shoot that three, right? We know she can get downhill. You know what I'm saying? Now, with her ball handling skills, I don't think it's elite, but she can get the job done. Okay. She can get a little more shifty, but she has enough skill to get past the defender and get her own shot. And you have to guard up on her, which allows her to get downhill. She hit one or two of them threes. Now it's like the Steph Curry effect. All right, you got to play up, and her scouting report tell you you got to play up. You can't fall under on the screen. You got to get up on her because she will shoot the lights out. Okay, just because she didn't have the best shooting percentage in her rookie season does not mean next year them shots is gonna fall. Trust me, them shots is gonna start to fall. And now she has a complete cast around her. Okay, she has a complete team around her now. That's why I said it's a new day. It's a new sheriff in town. And some of these players, these WNBA players, they see the talent that she has and the team that she has around her already. Because you got Kelsey Mitchell, underrated, very good, outstanding player, maybe one of the fastest in the league. Her and Kennedy Carter getting up and down that floor with the ball in their hand. Kelsey can light it up. I'm talking about thunderstorm. All right. She can, everybody know that. Aaliyah Boston. Okay. She's still young, still growing, very talented young lady. Okay. Now you got some players coming in, some veterans coming in, some players in their prime coming in. Okay. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Okay. Let me show y'all real quick. There we go. Let's get to it. Okay. Now, this is obviously not the whole team, but these are going to be some key factors and some key players in this upcoming season. Okay. Sophie Cunningham just came over. Now, obviously, I put these girls in position for a reason. The girls to the right of Caitlin, or to my left of Caitlin, are the girls who came in, and to the right are the girls who were there last season. Everybody on this stage, on this panel, has going to play a major role in what they do this season, this upcoming season. You got players that can stretch the floor. Lexi's underrated. And her and Caitlin just got a good chemistry. Caitlin has a great chemistry with Aaliyah Boston and Kelsey Mitchell. That's already been established. Now you got to bring in Sophie Cunningham, Natasha Howard, DeWanna Bonner, women who have done things in this league who have been champions in this league, DeWanna Bonner, and who are veterans, and they come to get a chip. They here to get a chip. That's what they here for. They here to get a championship. They trying to win. And Caitlyn is gonna be, that's why she in the middle. She is gonna be the driving force behind that. This woman, the biggest thing that amazed me with Caitlyn, a lot of people are admired by her shooting. And yes, she can shoot it. I mean, she can shoot from deep. Deep. Okay? Everybody know that. But the thing to me that stood out the most about Caitlin Clark is her passing. Okay? Her passing is elite. And I mean elite. You put these type of women around her, and I'm sorry. I don't think it's going to be somebody who's going to stand a chance with this team. Now, when the draft comes, I think it's going to put some other teams in some positions. And don't get it twisted. There are some good teams that I think could win a championship. Napheesa Collie and them still hungry. They coming. Okay. I think the Aces is still going to be a strong team. A'ja Wilson did not get it last year. She didn't get the three-peat done. She's coming. Okay. Not to mention Breanna Stewart, Ionescu, Sabrina. Them girls just won, and they going to want to defend their championship. Even though Breanna hasn't signed yet, which is, I'm scratching my head about that right now, but maybe they're trying to figure some stuff out. And we just going to wait and sit back and see how that play out. Okay. One of the reasons why Olivia Miles is my favorite young lady in this draft. It's not because her scoring, and yes, she can score too. She's elite, but it's about her passing, her IQ, her facilitating. Caitlin is top 2 in the WNBA when it comes to facilitating. Okay. The point guard, Gray, Aces, special. Her passing is special. I would give her the top spot in passing, but Caitlin is on her heels. She on her heels. You hear me? And the thing that's on Caitlin's side is she's young. She can get up and down that court. Okay. Gray is getting a little older. She still can do what she need to do. She still can get a bucket when she need a bucket, and her passing is still elite. But she's getting on the older side. Caitlin is young, and she ready. And this might be her year, second year. Like I said, I got them winning the championship this season. I said it, and I mean it. And I mean it because how good she is as a player. She is that good. Okay. I've seen her firsthand in person. And I'm still admiring this girl's game. She's special. She's a generational talent. Okay. She's a generational talent. And it ain't no questioning it. You know, they talk about the turnovers. She got the ball in her hand a lot. She got to figure it out. All great point guards turn the ball over. They're not going to be perfect. You got to have some growing pains, especially coming into the league your first year as a rookie. Give her some grace because she's special. No matter how y'all want to slice it, that girl is special. She is who she is. And the eyes is on her for a reason. Okay? I'm a fan. And I got the fever winning this year. Now, I can't wait to see what happens in the draft and some other players get moved and some signings still to happen in free agency. But with the signings that they've already done and with the talent that I know they already have, Kelsey Mitchell, Leah Boston, Lexi Hall, and you adding these other veterans to this core group, it's gonna get real spooky. It's gonna get real spooky, folks. And I mean that. So to answer the question, would a Fever be crowned 2025 champions? I think so. But that's to be seen, right? And I'll be paying attention and I'll be keeping y'all updated as the season goes on. Like I said, remember, people, they were the 6th seed last season. The 6th seed. Okay? That's going to go up. That's going to go up. Only way I don't see something happen God forbid, because I don't want to see nobody get injured, is barring injury. If somebody takes, and it has to be a major piece of their team that something happens. But if they are healthy going into the playoffs, I expect them to make a deep run, and they may be hoisting that championship trophy at the end of the season come October. And y'all better tune in. I'm going to be watching every bit of it, keeping y'all updated with all the news and all the things to come. Okay? I got y'all. This is Fast Break, your boy AD. And that's all I got for you guys tonight. I got some more videos coming soon. We're going to speak on the other contenders, the other teams that I think will be contending this season. I got a video coming for that on each individual team. I wanted to do this team first because this is the team who this is who I'm choosing to win the championship next year. Okay. A lot of people heads might be spinning behind that. That's what it is. Okay. This young lady is going to be a champion. And I see it happening sooner than later, folks. But that's all I got for y'all until the next one. Have a good night. Subscribe. Hit the like button and make a comment. Leave a comment, people. I like it. I like engaging with my crowd, man. I like engaging with people who like the game as much as me. I promise you, I will send a message back. I check my comments daily, and I will leave a message back. And it doesn't have to be a message that you agree with me. If you disagree with me, we can agree to disagree, and that's all good. And I will leave a message back, and it ain't gonna be disrespectful if I don't agree with you. You know, that's not how I do business. It's not how I get down. I love the game of basketball. I love these ladies. They pushing the game forward, and I want to see them grow and get everything they deserve. All right, so please hit the like button, subscribe, and look for future content. It's coming, folks. Have a good night. I'm out.